Golden State Warriors jokes. Parte Quattro. Okay. Well, here's some more new jokes that we have for 13 jokes that you're gonna love. We got up to the closest way. And don't worry, we got 58 more jokes left. So, hope you guys gonna love this part. And I hope you're gonna love to see this. So, here we go. Who's the best NBA player that he goes to the bed and wet dreams every day? Sleepy Floyd. I just get it because like if he was the only best NBA player that who goes to bed and wet dreams every day, oh my god, that's just so fucking gross. When he sleeps and has sex with women in their wet dreams, oh my god. Oh my lord, I would not allow to do that if I'm the NBA player. That would make me myself ultra, because if that would happen, I would turn to LeBron James and see with a dunk. You know what I mean? Because I don't know that that's something that's believing, but you will get misbelieving if you would get about the sleepy with when you go to sleep. Like if you want to go to bed and have some wet dreams every day, you need to go to sleep. If you're having a breakfast, if you're a Warriors fan, you just need to do that for wet dreams every day, and you just goes to bed and gets some Sleepy Floyd. Hey dude, you need to go to Sleepy Floyd, okay? Warriors fan. That's all I can hear. Okay, here's another one. What do you call the cutest girl from the toy brand to NBA career? Mike Bratz. It's funny to me because there was a last name Bratz to go by a girl commercial toys that ever done since like 2000s when they were popular for kids are like Bratz. It makes me sound familiar because Mike Bratz used to play around in the 80s, so does Sleepy Floyd too, but it felt kind of funny to me that dude, he wasn't in it also in the 80s, but he was pretty much worse when he played in the Warriors because they've been in the last place since like 1984 through 86 because they were have the worst years ever before they draft Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin, he's even that worse when they make it to the last place. He's even that worse. I don't know why that those years that just don't have a better rhythm for them. You know why? Because not all of these people who have a great magnitude for those shooters. That's why they were in last place. Same thing that's just happened to 1979 to 1980 because the Warriors are the worst team ever to make it to the last place. Same thing with 87 to 88. They would have been last place too. Man, they were the worstest team ever than the Clippers because the Warriors has the most worst than the Clippers because Clippers just doesn't do shit, you know what I mean? Because when you hear about the Warriors and the Clippers, they both worse, And people get it. But if you're a Lakers fan, you will remember that shit, It's crazy. Okay, here's another joke. If there's something disgusting inside the bathroom where the poop is, what should you do? Lateral Spraywell. That's funny. It's not like Lateral Spraywell, but it's the name go by Lateral Spraywell. But it sounds like the name go by Lateral Spraywell. It felt kind of funny to me to say that shit, but he's been appeared in the playoffs once before the years gets worse when they got Lateral Spraywell. I don't know why he's not doing very well in the game. I'm like, wow. They told him to miss the playoffs badly with Lateral Spraywell because he's not even good as well. And plus, Chris Rubber should have been staying in the team in the most years in the first place. Because he was a rookie back then. Oh my god. Chris Webber can suck my balls because you know why? He's been in the leader of the team. That who doesn't have a better leader because if Mike Bibby chose their way, even Blade Divac. Nobody gets it, because if you hear about the Chris Webber from the Sacramento Kings, you would get that joke if you see that shit. But if you're a Spurs fan, you might be laughed about this joke. If this dude he was with the New York Knicks in the finals, since you win in the first trophy. And you will get it as a joke, It's pretty funny. Okay, here's another one. If you're atheist and not behaving yourself at a public school, what they should do if the Warriors they're still got worse from 35 years. Go to Catholic school and go to hell. It's pretty funny because it makes a lot of sense because of the lot of Jews, hippies, and atheists. Well, I think I would agree on that one for that joke because I know it's true because the Jews, atheists, and hippies, snowflakes, they always go to Catholic school because a lot of Warriors fans go to Catholic school because they don't have any people who have better friends with. And then that makes sense to me if you're a Warriors fan, you gotta go to Catholic school and you have to learn something that's everything. If you keep doing like bowling and stuff, like making drama of that shit, you gotta get over that shit. Cause you know why? Because things gets really worse that they can come out in your head, and you make no nonsense. Since you're trying to be happy and believe in the playoffs, there's no way to be happy. Like we believe we suck balls and titties, or there's also Titty Mickey Caucus era, Sleepy World, and the Cocksucker era. There's no way. No way, no how. And especially for the Ricky Berry era. There was no way. No way, no how. If you've been like in the regular school since if you're a Warriors fan back in the 70s, you're just totally proud of it and you're being a dick. You know what I mean? You're a dick. And then after that, if you've been the worst team ever, if you're like that, Catholic school comes around you, and especially private schools too, because they can offer you for free. Same thing with community college; they can get off you for free. Get it? It's pretty funny though. But at least Cavaliers doesn't have the same relation to the Warriors, but they go to the regular schools, they go to the private schools, Catholic schools, like Warriors does, but it depends if the Cavaliers gets cursed, because they always curse, It just happens for the fans, Okay, here's another one. If Jerome is not doing a great job at the Warriors for 4 years before he died from the playoff run, from the autopsy, what should you do? What do you think of him? Jerome is a whitehead hippie! If you know that dude is, Jerome Whitehead, he's been played around in the 80s and the 90s for the Warriors, but I hope you guys don't know about this guy, because he's just too tall. He's not good at shooting, He doesn't pass it around a lot. He's a ball hog, You don't even know this guy, because it's just ball hog, like Monte always does. Ball hog. Okay, here's another one. If atheists and Jews are too poor to watch all of the Warriors games, what should they do if the Warriors if they are still worse? Get a basketball ticket and inside the arena for free. Well, it's funny to me because you don't have to pay a ticket. You just get a free ticket unless you get a better sponsorship, and you go find a better sponsorship for someone else that's pretty cheaper, because you know that those Warriors tickets are pretty cheaper in the early 2000s. So does the mid 80s, and so does the late 80s. You gotta remember that how the Warriors have been worse. So does in the late 90s too, because they don't do shit because of Chris Cohen deals. Chris Cohen deals is just swears. Same thing with the jerseys too. They've been the worst teams ever, because you might understand that because nothing is greater than a better, They were choking steak worsers, they don't know how to play basketball because of the Jews, because Jews don't play basketball, and that just happens. Okay, here is another one. If the Clippers fans put the match on the top of the Warriors players, what should you do if Golden State needs to be clear off? Chris Washburn! you don't know what that dude was, but he played also of the '90s, but I don't remember if he plays in the '80s. But well, Chris Washburn, he's the only dude he has been played with the Warriors before when he missed the playoffs. But I don't even know who that dude was. But he's not that perfect type as a perfect player to play with the Cavaliers because we need to let the Cavaliers to play really good in the '90s, and especially for the '80s too, because they've been in the playoffs like so much good runs, and sometimes in the '70s, sometimes because Cavaliers has some better playoff runs than the Warriors because Warriors doesn't have a playoff run because they only have two because of the Rick Barry era and the Splash Brothers and Cavaliers has the most playoff runs than the Warriors. Than the Warriors have, but since when LeBron James era just took over like really good in the 2000s and the 2010s by today when he come back to Cleveland from Miami Heat. You know what I mean? Because LeBron's the king, and he's been there for a while, and he won a championship from Wale. It's pretty awesome. But we'll see if LeBron he joins to LA if I can join back to the bandwagon again. So, well, should be awesome. So we'll see what happens. What is the Wendy's favorite sister of all time before NBA started? Wendell Alexis. You don't even know that dude is, but he also played in the '80s, but he's been the worst player ever. He's really worse before Chris Mullin and Donald Foyle. There would have been worse before that. And you never seen that dude before because he only played like a few years in the team with a contract. But I just don't see him with the other teams that he played. I just don't see him playing with the Lakers. I just don't see him with the Cavaliers or something. Just don't see anything, Yeah. What a worst guy. Okay, here's another one. When is the funeral of the Golden State Warriors after they died by the Cavaliers? June 30th, 2019. I think it's just funny to me because you would get this joke a lot. Because you know why? The Cavaliers will win 2 more titles. Till this season and next season. But depends if LeBron James wants to get it back to win a championship to compete themselves instead of it playing in the Los Angeles Lakers. So we'll see if he can do that or not. So, I'm not sure because I think it's not gonna happen because Warriors already have the pride of it. So I don't know. I just feel having a I just felt that the Warriors wants to get another repeat.